Shen Shi and Ning Yanyan stand face to face, instantly drawing everyone's attention as one disciple points out that Ning Yanyan and Shen Shi are actually together. Meanwhile, Shen Shi looks at her more carefully and admits to himself that Ning Yanyan really is a heavenly beauty. On the other side, Ning Yanyan studies him as well, finding that the rumors are surprisingly accurate. He really does have the face of a handsome, relegated immortal, and his appearance is basically unlike anyone else. Right then, Xiao Qie clears her throat and reminds everyone that Shen Shi is supposed to take them to collect their spirit plates. She then turns toward Ning Yanyan, demanding to know why she is here and wanting an honest answer. Shen Shi immediately warns Xiao Qie not to be rude, adding that she should learn more from Ning Yanyan and try bonding with her. That completely rubs Xiao Qie the wrong way. She can't believe Shen Shi is calling her rude because of that celestial pride, and after scoffing, she starts wondering what kind of celestial pride Ning Yanyan even is. From her perspective, she practically loses all composure the moment she sees Shen Shi, making Xiao Qie suspect that Ning Yanyan is still trapped by Shen Shi's ridiculous charm. Ning Yanyan only now catches what just happened, so she explains that she is participating in the trials because of that lesson with Shen Shi. Until then, she intends to request that lesson from Shen Shi once again, especially after how heartbreaking things were earlier. And just like that, the crowd completely loses it. One disciple complains that this is already too much because Shen Shi is only one person. Another laments that their heart is breaking while wondering whether Ning Yanyan is still pure. While someone else shuts them down by reminding everyone not to judge people by appearances, since Ning Yanyan and Shen Shi are both beautiful people. Ning Yanyan is completely confused about how things somehow become this messy. All she wanted was for everyone to fight for first place and help her complete her master's assignment. Yet the situation somehow turns into full-blown gossip. Shen Shi isn't doing much better. Although he knows he is extremely talented and pretty handsome, he and Ning Yanyan are still barely familiar with each other. More importantly, she is the MC's love interest, not his, and villains who steal the MC's girl usually speedrun their own deaths. After working this hard to survive, he can't understand why Ning Yanyan is suddenly putting him in danger. Realizing everyone has misunderstood her, Ning Yanyan stops them and explains that maybe she wasn't clear enough. She only wants to listen to Shen Shi's teaching, and nothing else matters to her. First place, the trial, all of that can disappear, because she doesn't need any of it. That somehow makes things worse. One disciple reacts in shock, claiming that Ning Yanyan has become even more direct. Xiao Qie finally cuts in, declaring that enough is enough. Ning Yanyan shouldn't act so confident when she hasn't even earned the chance to listen to Shen Shi's teaching, so acting this full of herself is way too early. Ning Yanyan finds Xiao Qie amusing and challenges whether she means to take her place. Xiao Qie scoffs, completely certain that she can find it faster than Ning Yanyan. And unlike her, she won't create a whole scene just to attract attention. Shen Shi can already tell something is going terribly wrong. He can't understand why Xiao Qie is speaking to her own supporter like this when Ning Yanyan is supposed to be on their side. Ning Yanyan presses Xiao Qie over whether she is really causing a ruckus, and Xiao Qie fires back by insisting that no matter how beautiful her words sound, actions always speak louder. A celestial pride like herself should understand something that basic. With that, Ning Yanyan proposes a bet over who can find the centennial snakefish first. Xiao Qie immediately accepts the challenge, but insists that since Ning Yanyan proposed the bet, she gets to decide the stakes. If Ning Yanyan loses, she has to call her master. The entire atmosphere instantly becomes awkward, with Shen Shi looking anxious and troubled while the surrounding disciples react pretty much the same way. But Ning Yanyan doesn't back down and accepts. She politely addresses Shen Shi and prepares to take her leave, only for Shen Shi to stop her. Xiao Qie immediately turns toward Shen Shi, admitting that his disciple couldn't overlook the situation and ended up betting with someone, so she hopes Shen Shi won't become angry. Instead, Shen Shi defends Ning Yanyan, explaining that Ning Yanyan is actually a good person. That only makes Xiao Qie even more irritated. She calls Shen Shi a big dummy because she is the one being bullied, yet he is still defending Ning Yanyan, so from now on she plans to ignore him. Shen Shi hurriedly denies taking anyone's side, maintaining that he simply doesn't want Xiao Qie misunderstanding Ning Yanyan. Dong Yueli also jumps in, pointing out that Ning Yanyan only looks a little pretty and wondering why Shen Shi keeps defending her. At this point, Han Xianpi, Xuan Yu, and Kong Yuling are completely speechless. Rather than letting the argument grow any further, Shen Shi calls Xuan Yu over and instructs her to collect her spirit plate as well, bringing Kong Yuling and Han Xianpi along with her. The northern region of Qingzhou has an extremely cold climate, while its deep mountains are packed with swamps. The Withered Vine Swamp is only one of the larger ones, and because the demonic snakefish live there, hardly anyone visits the surrounding area. Refinement stage cultivators can channel spiritual energy into their feet to keep themselves from sinking, and that method works on normal terrain as well. However, the Withered Vine Swamp is filled with dark patches that look like ordinary mud from above while hiding water underneath, meaning even cultivators can still get caught if they aren't careful. Before long, snakefish begin bursting out from beneath the mud. These dark swamps often hide entire snakefish nests. The creatures may not be especially powerful, but they are vicious enough that anyone getting careless can easily become lunch. Xiao Qier turns to Dong Yueli and insists that they absolutely have to win this time. Whatever happens at Erbai Peak is their own business, and outsiders cannot be allowed to interfere. Dong Yueli agrees, though she reminds everyone that the Withered Vine Swamp is still dangerous, meaning they need to look after each other and stay together. Xiao Qier suddenly warns Dong Yueli about the snakefish ahead. Dong Yueli immediately steps forward and freezes the water, trapping the startled snakefish inside the ice before they can escape. Xiao Qier moves in right after her, cutting through the trapped snakefish one after another before landing once the entire group has been sliced apart. Unfortunately, none of them contain an inner Dan. Xiao Qier points out that refinement stage demon fish have an extremely low inner Dan rate, meaning they will probably have to head deeper into the swamp. Xuan Yu immediately warns that foundation building stage snakefish are far more dangerous, while Han Xianpi urges everyone to stay cautious and remember that their real strength comes from all 5 of them working together. Meanwhile, Kong Yuling has a much more urgent problem. She is already hungry. Xiao Qier can barely believe it since they only just started. But Dong Yueli points out that they rushed all the way here and are already far ahead of most teams. She plans to freeze the water so everyone can rest for a while, reminding Xiao Qier that the trial lasts half a month, so there is no reason to burn themselves out at the beginning. However, while the group settles into the trial, danger is already approaching from somewhere else. A man in the sky observes that the Shangding sect's people have just entered the swamp, and he immediately proposes killing them while they are still unaware. Kang Yuling complains that she is starving, and the smell in the air is way too good to ignore. Spotting a glowing plant ahead, she immediately points out the spirit grass, only for Xiao Qier to warn that she can't eat it because those grasses count as points. The moment Xiao Qier snatches the spirit grass from Kong Yuling's hand, she catches the scent of another one and takes off. Xiao Qier wonders where she is going, while Xuan Yu warns that she shouldn't run off, but Kong Yuling has already picked up another spirit grass nearby. Xiao Qier remarks that they are seriously lucky, yet Kong Yuling suddenly catches another scent and claims the aroma is still coming from up ahead, leaving Xiao Qier wondering if there is somehow even more. Meanwhile, Shen Shi is busy planting those exact spirit grasses and proudly considers himself a genius for coming up with this method. As long as they keep following the spirit grass, they will eventually find the centennial snakefish he prepared for them, so he decides to check where they are now. Before long, Kong Yuling excitedly raises the spirit grasses she has gathered while the others remain worried. Xiao Qier points out that something feels wrong because these spirit grasses are way too easy to find, and Dong Yueli agrees that it is a little suspicious since they have been moving in only one direction the entire time. It feels like a trap, so they decide to take another path. Hidden behind the bushes, Shen Shi is left speechless. He wonders why they have to be this cautious, why they can't just let him lead them, and how they are supposed to find the nascent cave without the centennial snakefish. Suddenly, Shen Shi notices something in the air. There is the scent of battle. Elsewhere, Ning Yanyan races across the ground while enemies ambush her and summon a massive dragon. The sight immediately puts her on alert, and she quickly steps aside to dodge it. However, another attack slams into her and forces her back, and when the next strike comes, she immediately blocks it with her sword. Ning Yanyan swings hard and drives the opponent backward. He flinches, but he does not look worried, because the summoned dragon is already appearing behind her. Seeing the ferocious dragon charging in, she notices that her retreat is blocked, and figures things have come to this. She swings her sword and deflects one flying sword, then blocks another one coming straight at her. The impact forces her backward, But that same momentum lets her evade the dragon's attack. Ning Yanyan regains her balance as the dragon crashes into the ground, while the opponents click their tongues in frustration. Meanwhile, Shen Shi calmly watches the entire fight and notes that a beginner gold stage cultivator is somehow holding her own against 3 intermediate gold stage cultivators. Ning Yanyan first knocks away one opponent's flying sword to create an escape route, then uses the impact from another flying sword to dodge the third person's strongest attack. Shen Shi considers her worthy of being called a genius. Closing his eyes, he observes everything happening around the area. The foundation-building disciples are under attack. The nearby elders have also been surrounded. And there is even a gold stage cultivator heading toward Dong Yueli. After analyzing the situation, Shen Shi concludes that there seems to be a traitor among the elders. Back with Ning Yanyan, she knows she cannot shake her pursuers and needs to hurry and find the game breaker. Before she can do anything else, Shen Shi's arm suddenly reaches out of the water and grabs her. The enemies chasing Ning Yanyan are stunned as she gets dragged into the water. Believing there is another ambush waiting below, she immediately swings her sword at him with full strength, only for the attack to be brushed aside with ridiculous ease. Ning Yanyan wonders what kind of power could do that after she put everything into that strike, then fears that this might already be the end. Shen Shi grabs Ning Yanyan by the waist and pulls her closer, leaving her flustered by the sudden move. He warns her not to move because that evasion technique only covers the small area around his body.